hear me, please rate the connection here in the messages below. I would like to start with our webinar rules. There are just 2 rules. So the first one is that the webinar will last for around 45 minutes, maybe half an hour, and all the questions can be asked once I finish my speech. Because anyways, if you can ask me while I talk, this will interrupt the speech. If there are some questions that I find difficulties to answer, don't worry, you can answer to these questions. You can put your questions when the webinar is published on YouTube. You will write your questions in the comments and they all will be answered. So do not worry. Let's start our webinar. In this webinar, I want to talk about Business Process Technologies company and our 3 product lines, paying more attention to web wellness. Business Process Technologies is an innovative, fast-growing company which develops high technological products, improving human standards of life all over the world. The company was founded in 2016 and is registered in Switzerland. In our company, we have 3 product lines, 3 unique, highly intelligent products, as you can see on the picture. It is impossible to describe these products in just 20 seconds in making some video. That's why we will pay more attention to them, making this webinar and explaining more about these products. So the first direction which you can see on the picture is VIP software. This is a unique system of business control and new customer engagement. The second one on top of the pyramid, web wellness system for human life prolongation. And the third one is financial direction, our own cryptocurrency, which is secured by gold. So I will start with VIP, then with VIP coin, and then web wellness, I will leave it for dessert. Can you please write in the comments which product are you interested in the most? Is it application or cryptocurrency or web wellness? Meanwhile, I will continue the presentation. Let's pay attention at these pictures. What we can see? We can see that people spend almost all their day in the phone. Every time we have a free minute, what we do, we enter the phone. People do not want to go to the stores anymore in search of something if they can buy it online. Do you agree? People do not pay the same attention to the outdoor advertising because of its quantity. However, people still trust if someone from their society recommends them some company or a product. What about you? Please write in the comments how long do you use the phone during the day. You don't need to do the calculations and write me the exact time, but just this is the first number that you have in your mind. Please write in the chat. And all the smart companies have already paid attention to the tendency that all our world is in the phone, and they want to be inside of the phones of their clients and their customers. What if I tell you that Business Process Technologies have already thought of it and has created its own unique business control system, which moreover has customers engagement program and it's suitable for any business where customers exist. And to be honest, I don't know any business without customers. Every business requires having customers, otherwise it's impossible. Any business holder can get this unique application. On the screen we can see the applications for customers, which qualities it has. So our clients will receive push notifications every day, being notified about our company's news, which we post in the application. They can read about our company, they can see the catalog, They can book a table if it's a restaurant, or they can order something, some service or goods in your store. They can open the GPS and find your location. They can open contacts and even call you from the call button directly from the application. They can leave feedbacks. There is also a special loyalty program. People will not need to have discount plastic cards for your store. You just give them your application, and every time they leave to your store, of course, people do not leave the phone at home, but the discount cards, yes. For example, I always, if I go somewhere, I pay attention that, oh my God, but the card, I left it at home. So in this case, this problem will not appear anymore. Also, the second application the entrepreneur gets with business process technologies is to control your business, because most owners of the business, they can't be at their trade outlet all the time because they have a lot of things to do. They are very busy people. And in this application for entrepreneur, they can see all their orders. They can see customers' feedback, feedback rating of his company, feedback of each employee to see the productivity of everyone, a number of customers, goods turnover, and many other different statistics. And what do you think? How much should this application cost? How much this system of two applications should cost? You can write your ideas in the comments. The development of one application like this will cost you from 7,000 euros up to 14, depending if you want to post it just for Apple or also for Android systems. So you need to pay separately for all this stuff. Then you pay to programmers every month to change something in the application, to do an update. Then you pay to designers, and this is non-stop every month. And Business Process Technologies offers this application for entrepreneurs the first month totally for free. So they can try the application. If they like it, they continue. If not, they just leave it. It's very simple, very easy, but looking at the qualifications and characteristics it has, I don't think that the business would, after trying 1 month, would tell, no, I don't want to use this application anymore. Okay. The second product is a VIP coin. I will tell you briefly and then we will talk about web wellness. Do you know anything about cryptocurrency? Cryptocurrency, I think everyone is familiar with this term, but there are so many of them on the market and they are so difficult to understand that we don't know anything about them, probably. And our company, Business Process Technologies, we have created the most stable cryptocurrency in the world, which is called Bitcoin. What is the advantage and disadvantages of cryptocurrencies? So the majority of the cryptocurrencies are not stable. Speculators earn very good money on them, making transactions of purchasing and sales, but this is not for most people. This is not for us. This is not for businesses, because can you imagine a restaurant needed to purchase some food, paying salaries to the waiters, paying salaries to administrators, and taking as the currency, for example, Bitcoin. Yes, it can pass that the next day the cryptocurrency grows, but there are also risks to lose a lot of money because this is very speculative and none of the businesses will use this cryptocurrency. In our cryptocurrency, it's all different. We made it sure and stable for individuals and for businesses. How does it work? I will show you a very fast example. We can see on this screen 3 people. We can see on one side VIP coins and on another side gold. Our cryptocurrency is connected to gold. Every time that the currency is bought by a cost client, the gold is purchased and is put in the bank. Let's see an example. For example, how somebody pays with our cryptocurrency for coffee in a cafeteria. Each transaction reduces the number of coins for 0.25%, while the gold remains the same. This makes that the cryptocurrency grows in price. We have the same amount of gold, which corresponding to less coins. And on the other hand, the cryptocurrency is 100% secured with gold, and at any time when the customers decide to exchange the cryptocurrency for money, the reverse process occurs. Gold is returned and money is received and paid to people. This way, our cryptocurrency is very secure. I have other question for you. Would you invest in Bitcoin before if you knew it will grow so much in future? This is the question. Now we have talked briefly about two different lines of products, and now let's talk about wellness. So the other two products were connected to business. The business should be created by someone, right? And the application should be used by someone. And the main link in all this is a human, because without a human, nothing would be possible. And our life is not possible without health. It is possible, but you know that the quality would be totally different. You can't live a full life if you are not healthy. Do you agree with me that the health is a very important part of our life? Right now, I want to talk about the last but not least line of products, such as web wellness. Web wellness system is a unique system for human life prolongation. It consists of several devices, which you can see on the screen, which are connected to the unified cloud database. You carry out the test with the help of a device from Life Expert series, which you can see on the left, Life Expert and Life Expert Profi. And in a minute, you get a conclusion of a functional state of 47 organs and systems, and to see the probable diagnosis. Then the system will provide an individual preventive complex for life balance device, which you can see in the top of the screen on the right, thanks to which you can prevent more than 800 different diseases. You can take into control your health and to see how we are being influenced by environment situation, bad habits, food, even work. How does it work? Everything is easy, and these are all physics and medicine laws. Let's imagine a human body. On this picture, you can see a human. Everything is based on the method of collecting certain information from biologically active points. So you put 2 electrodes on your head, take 2 electrodes in your head, and put your feet on 2 small foot plates. And we are measuring electrical resistance. The system measures the resistance like we can see here on the picture. It is connecting our active points one with another one in 30 different variations. So 6 electrodes, 30 different variations of connection by measuring electrical resistance. How it works? Proportions of these measurements of electrical resistance between electrodes of healthy human are different from the same measurements of a ill person. So we have carried out around 40,000 measurements of patients who after that went to hospital and clinically approved their diagnosis. The system shows you your results, comparing your results with more than 40,000 patients who were clinically, testedly approved. This is like our big data, our database. And once you make the test, more often you run the test and more often you do an automatic complex for your life balance device, the results became more clear. You get to know the device and the device gets to know you when you do the rapid test. And these are very good news that this system went so well. It turned so famous that nowadays more than 10,000 families all over the world already use this technology. On this screen you can see our two testing devices, Life Expert and Life Expert Profi. Right now we want to talk about Life Expert mode. This mode is made for individuals, so it's consulting us on information about functional state of 47 organs and systems by doing express tests, which can be done in the morning and in the evening, selection of drugs most favorable for the body, identification of the individual, selection of food products, medicine, cosmetics, dietary supplements according to the test results. For this system, you can use any of these devices, Life Expert or Life Expert Profi. But then we have Life Expert Profi in Life Expert Professional mode. This is more serious. It does other types of testing. It does express testing, drugs and supplement selection, food intolerance testing, electroacupuncture according to VOL, Vega test, bioresonance therapy, automatic composition of bundles for bioresonance therapy device based on the results, selector database for the hardware-software system, consisting of more than 35,000 test resonant frequencies, a unique mechanism of self-improvement. By regularly studying your body and using the life balance device, you can take into control your health. The device works in two directions, based on the bioresonance method and the discovery of the greatest American scientist, Royal Raymond Drive, the law of physics and the discovery of this incredible scientist. He has invented microscope and filmed the pathogenic organism. He also claimed to have a documented mortal oscillatory rate for various pathogenic organisms and to be able to destroy the organisms by vibrating them at this particular rate, what we call bioresonance. I want to show you an example. Remember your lessons of physics? What does occur with a wine glass then when it's located near to a loudspeaker at which a signal is passed and the sound is changed gradually? So when we keep changing the sound frequency of a loudspeaker until it corresponds to the frequency of the glass. As soon as the resonance occurs, as soon as the frequency of a speaker corresponds to the frequency of the glass, the wine glass breaks immediately. This is what we call bioresonance. The same thing occurs with bacteria, fungi and parasites affected from electromagnetic oscillations of the certain frequency. Let's see on the video how it works. This video doesn't open, so I will send you this presentation, or you can find on internet. This glass should break. You can find this test on the YouTube, for example. The second direction is harmonizing, which also works on the principle of resonance, which can be compared with a tuning fork. Do you know what is a tuning fork? If you know, please write a comment above. Tuning fork is a special instrument that adjusts musical instruments to the perfect sound. And our life balance can also work similar to the tuning fork. How? Russian scientist Alexander Gurevich, who proved that each cell has its own electromagnetic field and scientist Wohl, who found the reference frequencies of health of each organ and organism in general. So when you use life balance device on a harmonizing antenna, for example, such programs like blood circulation, liver, gastrointestinal tract, the device starts to emit these reference frequencies, harmonizing your health. Also, the device includes a universal energy program that can replace you a cup of coffee in the morning or some energy-saving drinks, which normally cause harm to our body, and life balance don't. Here you can see the characteristics of the device. So it goes with 71 preloaded programs, 35 programs are anti-parasitic, 35 harmonizing, and 1 energy program. But it also can be programmed with the Life Pro application, where you can find around 3,000 different programs to choose for different issues, health issues. And here you can read some technical characteristics which also go in manuals. Okay, so basically this is all for now. Let me know if you have any questions. You can write your questions above and I will answer all of them. Please let me know if you have any questions about the presentation or maybe any other question you had about the devices. And please also, it's very interesting, let me know if after listening to this presentation I see that you really wanted to see about web wellness, but let me know then if after listening this presentation you some other line also was interesting for you. Are there any questions? Okay. Vega test. Please advise if the Vega test is the one that compares the tested persona resonance with the 40,000 patients data. No. I was talking about express testing. If you want to, I can return to this screen page. Okay. This is a screen page where you saw the 40,000 patients data. This is about express testing. How the express testing is done. So there is a database of clinically approved results of people which were also tested by, which have tested their electrical resistance with our method. And then we compare their results with the clinical results they have. And when you run the test, your results are being compared with this database. And this database is being wider and wider. This is not Vega test. No. What you mean, Vega test, electroacupuncture by Wohl, these are totally different systems. I was talking about express testing. I will talk more about Life Expert Profi in another webinar. This webinar is to start because it's been a while since the last time we did an English webinar. This webinar is in general about 3 lines of products, paying more attention to web wellness. And then we will talk more about Life Expert Profi in another webinar, but since I'm not a doctor, I will need to prepare very well. I hope I answered your question. So Electroacupuncture by wall and Vega test is a different test, is a different type of test. We were talking about express testing. Are there any other questions? Okay, while I am waiting for repeatability. Repeatability what? So while Azam is writing his question, I will also tell you very good news. I am working right now on creating video instructions, video tutorials on how to download applications, how to use the applications, and how to use the website. So it will be very interesting for you. Once they are done, they will be published on the YouTube channel of Business Process Technology. How often can we test? If we talk, since this testing does not cause any harm to the person, basically we can test often. Express testing can be done every day or even in the morning and in the evening to check the results. I assume that electroacupuncture by wall and Vega test cannot be done so often because normally they are done by doctors, but there are no contraindications in this case. The results may be repeated if you are in the same emotional condition when you do the rapid test, or if you do it every day approximately at the same time and nothing changes on your emotional situation as well. But if you do a test in the morning after you had a breakfast, and if you don't have to go to work, you will have one result. But if you are stressed, if you did a lot of sport, the results will be different because our organism responds very fast on these changes. And the test can be done anytime you want, basically. But it is logical to make it once a day, twice a day, once a week, as you want. Okay. Do you have any other questions? Спасибо, Светлана, хорошо. Созвонимся. На русском языке у нас уже есть очень много вебинаров. Я могу сделать подборочку для вас и скинуть. Спасибо. Хорошего вам вечера. До свидания. Okay, thank you so much for this webinar. Thank you for visiting and for asking me questions. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope that the information was useful for you, and I hope that I explained everything very well. We will be in touch. This is our first webinar, and please, when the video is published on YouTube, I will pass it to you. You can write there the topics you would like me to describe in the next webinars. Have a good evening. Goodbye.